A TikTok streamer ran from police on stream, but it might not be how it seems.
Nah, I'ma do my own thing.
If you've been on TikTok for a while, you would have seen a recent influx of streamers. These streams usually range from gaming content to people going about their day trying to make an extra buck or two. Most of these streams are harmless. In fact, I actually made 80 cents streaming The Simpsons Hit and Run, so I'm a bit of a big time streamer myself. But lately I've noticed that these streams are getting kind of weird.
It's corn! No, it's corn!
Move over, gameplay streams. There's a new sheriff in town.
It's corn! No, it's...
So what you're seeing here is NPC streaming. And the way that NPC streaming works is pretty simple. These people will usually dress up as characters from popular media and will act as a scripted NPC, using gifts as prompts for actions or catchphrases. If you don't know much about TikTok, gifts have a monetary value behind them, usually ranging from a couple cents to $30 and above. So yeah, quit your day job. But with these live streams comes risk. And one of these NPCs doesn't seem to care.
Put it away.
The NPC trend was speculated to be created by a Japanese TikToker, Nat Wakoko. While most TikTokers do it just for the money, Nat Wakoko claims that she started doing it as a human thought experiment for human connection. She claims, in one of my earlier streams, I noticed a lot of people in the audience started coming up with really weird ideas about what I could be. I became so intrigued by how people could come up with such ridiculous ideas. She's just lucky she was streaming on TikTok, because if she was streaming anywhere else, those ridiculous ideas would have gotten a whole lot more ridiculous. So these streams seem pretty harmless, right? We're gonna move the spotlight over to a TikToker that goes by the name of Leaks World. But more people know him as the Miles Morales NPC.
Y'all, I found another NPC in public. Too much corn and I might turn into the corn kid.
Leaks World has been streaming as the Spider-Man character, Miles, since 2023. But he never really gained any popularity until a video of him breaking character went viral.
Why?
Since then, I've seen his streams on my feed pretty consistently, but I've noticed each time I see them, they're getting a little bit more unhinged.
Hey, I don't give a who that is, nigga.
And honestly, I can understand why. Leaks World seems to be the most hated, yet most followed NPC streamer on the platform. And lately, people have been coming onto his streams and spending huge amounts of money just to see him get frustrated and overwhelmed. And this usually causes him to snap on stream. But the anger doesn't end on stream. His reactions to the people in the world are equally as aggressive.
Who the hell are you?
But what if I told you that this was his plan all along? Stay with me. Apparently way before Leaks World started streaming on TikTok, his anger issues were already apparent. An old video of him working at Domino's has recently surfaced. He's having a meltdown because he got no tip.
5 minutes out there in the rain! And no tip! No tip!
And honestly, I'd be angry as well. But here's the thing. That video garnered a lot of attention. A lot of attention. You following my train of thought? So as Leaks, I'm just gonna start calling him Miles from now, alright? So he's Miles. As Miles started streaming, he noticed that his numbers, while not low, weren't as big as he wanted them to be. And as his account started to dip, he remembered something. People love drama. The video of him having a meltdown, or the recording of him breaking characters, are the most views he's ever received. Even though they were indirect, they still brought a large amount of traffic to him and to his account. So he started small, with a few little laughs and character breaks here and there, and sure enough, his views started climbing. More views equals more attention, equals more cash money. But he knew that he had to make it bigger. And he knew that a freak out aimed towards his audience would go viral. And sure enough, he was right.
There's 11,000 people in here. There's 11,000 fucking people in here. And you guys are not tapping the screen. Tap the goddamn screen, okay? Okay, you see this button right here? Press the fucking button.
His streams and his followers started rising, and to this day he is almost sitting at 1 million followers on TikTok. But this is where things started to go wrong. He knew that he had to keep up this persona. Otherwise, his followers would get bored and eventually they'd leave his streams. So one night, he's doing a live stream. And after being pulled up by police for filming in a location he shouldn't be filming in, he does what any normal human would do. He stops, he examines the situation, and he explains to the police he ran. He fucking ran.
I'm being trespassed?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, you want to take my name? Nah, I'm gonna do my own thing.
So apparently he gave them a fake ID and he's on house arrest now.
Yup, I'm on house arrest.
However, judging by the rest of his videos, I'm not entirely sure how real this is. But if it is real, I'm not gonna lie. That's f***ing badass, man. Also, apparently he's been robbed. Twice.
I got robbed. Robbed.
So now you're probably thinking, how can he top running from the police? Like, what can he do that is worse than that? Well, here's a video of him yelling at another creator on live.
What the is that, bro? Why are you so loud? You're always so hungry. You're literally always hungry. Are you okay?
Why aren't you out saving the city?
You.
Yeah, this creator is just Suisaki, another fellow NPC streamer. But something seemed a little suspicious to me. Why are they in the same place at the same time? Why are they set up right next to each other? Why? Yeah, it was fake. The whole thing was fake. I did some digging and I found a video recently posted by Miles. Cute. Good on him. So it appears that Leaks World figured out the system. Knowing full well that negative attention is still attention, he used this to his advantage to gain a following. Albeit that these people are only really following him for the freakouts and the drama, it is still a following. And with that brings a huge amount of cash money. Honestly, Leaks World was smart. And you all fell for it. So, hats off to you, man. You got my stamp of approval. Let me know what you guys think. Did you fall for Leak World's anger, or did you kind of suspect something all along? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe.